I hit him. Awesome. Hello YouTube, this is Drawing Kid 1313. You just saw my amazing sniping skills, and this is episode 38 of my SMP Let's Play. In episode 37, we worked on the mob spawner. We got an automatic spider killing system, and I have yet to use that. I wanted to go AFK today, and that's what I was originally planning on. I was going to, turn my computer on, go to the mob grinder, and just go AFK and let, gravity do its thing, kill the mobs, and push the items towards me. But last minute, my boss called me and had me go into work. So, whenever my boss calls me and he's like, "Hey, can you work today?" I'm like, I don't complain. I will be the first person to say, "Yeah, I want to work," because more work equals more hours, and more hours equals more money. So it's an all-around good thing whenever I get more hours and whatnot. So oh yeah, I only got hit once. So yeah, of course, I went into work. I had to work 12 o'clock to 5, and then after that, I had something else that I had to go to. That was from 6 until 7, and it was very busy. I'm extremely tired. I stayed up last night until like 1 o'clock. I was streaming, and I stayed up that late with the thoughts in my head that, alright, I don't have to do anything tomorrow. I'm gonna stay up late, that way I can wake up late and sleep in and all that. Well, I was wrong. I had something that I had to go to. I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, and yeah, that was at 10 o'clock, so I did not get to sleep in as much as I would have hoped to. So that was disappointing. So I was really tired this morning because of that, and then I had to work, which again wasn't expecting. So I am very, very tired. So this episode may not be the most entertaining, but we are still going to try, and I'm going to talk to you guys for a little bit, and then we're going to have a little bit of a time-lapse digging thing. Yeah, because I want to dig out more of that area right there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. But before that, I want to just, find something to do that way I could talk to you guys a little bit and do all that fun stuff. So let me pause the recording for a little bit. I'm going to think about what I want to do, and ooh, another cactus. And then I'll be back with something to do, hopefully. Alright, so we're back here, and I found out something that I can do. I want to work on these staircases. I'm working on extending them all the way to the bottom of the of my large hole that I have dug out here. As you can see, I already got those two done. I did both of them during the stream, I think, last night. So that wasn't bad. It was very difficult for me to figure out a way to make a circle look good in Minecraft, especially, spiraling down. It's more difficult than you would think. So, but I did it. I'm glad, and it's pretty awesome. Let's kill this creeper. No. Oh, cool. Died. I was lucky because it would have blown up my my stairway. Oh yeah, I need dirt because we need scaffolding material. All right, here we go. I also need to dig out some of this area as well. And I may even get rid of this wheat farm. Not sure yet. Not sure. Get dirt. Thank you. Eat. We eat a lot. I restarted my chicken farm because this is my last stack of chicken. So, I don't want to starve to death, so I figured I would make some chicken. These guys, they keep spawning. There we go. It's a sharpness 4 sword. You'd think it would be a one-hit kill, but it's not. Alrighty, so let's go up. I'm getting a lot of experience. Let's go up here. And where's the oak wood? It's right there. Alright. So let's start doing this. Alright, so I think from here we just have to go down. At first it gets really difficult because I need a whole bunch of scaffolding, and then once it gets closer to this area that I have something to stand on, it's a lot easier. But then after it gets past that, it's a lot harder because then I have to go down there. But you know, we'll make it work. I should also have my axe out. I don't think I'll need a shovel. So let's go ahead and get that. Alright, cool. Alright, so this is just going down. I used an axe to dig dirt, so I guess I would need my shovel since, you know, we're dealing with dirt. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's see, what exactly do I want to talk to you guys about? Oh man, I'm screwed. There we go. So, I got home today from work, and I go into YouTube, and I look at it like, oh my god, it's different! So like, oh, YouTube is just never going to make up their minds. They always keep changing things, whether it be just the design of something, or just the whole way that something works. So I want to know what you guys think about the new changes to YouTube, if you have noticed anything yet. I mean, it's pretty noticeable. I think they integrated Google into it more than they previously had. Um, but yeah, so what do you guys think of the new layout? I think the one thing that I like is how when you're looking at the people that you're subscribed to, it'll have a little number next to their name, and it says how many new videos that they have. And I think that that is really cool because I have a good amount of people that I am subscribed to. You know, like more of the bigger YouTubers and whatnot, and you know, I don't always have time to watch their videos. Um, so I'm actually really behind on a lot of their videos from the weekend that I went off-roading. You know, I wasn't near a computer at all. So where the hell is the spider? Can't be in there. Like, I just hate the noises that spiders make. They are very, very obnoxious. So I'm going to turn my headphones down, and I'm going to make you guys deal with it. Alrighty? Good. Okay. So, hold on. But yeah, so I'm really behind on my videos, and, you know, I don't always know exactly what people have uploaded. So, you know, to see that and be like, alright, I have 4 videos from BOO that I have to watch. And it's just, you know, really helpful. I like it. But, you know, I'd like to get your guys' opinions of it. Pretty awesome. Alright, so before it gets to this point, it has 2, and it starts going that way, and it goes like that for the rest of the time. Alright, I think I could handle that. So I have that, right? And then I have this, that goes to the end of there. We're doing something right here. It took me an extremely long time to get this down during the stream. I kept messing up, and then I had to tear things down, and then to rebuild it, and then I had to just do all that stuff. It was a huge pain, but eventually we got it. Say this has to go to there. That has to go to there. Goes out there. I'll have to fix that later. No, that's not where I wanted that stuff. Let's kill this guy. This bow isn't too bad. Sometimes it's a one-shot kill, but not all the time. It's a power 4 punch 2 bow, so it's usually not bad, but I like it. Alright, so there we go. Okay, and then we have, after that, yeah, it starts going like that. Alright, so let's see, what else can we talk about? Let's talk about Minecon. Obviously, I'm not going. I don't have the money, sadly. Nor do I have the time to go there. You know, I am in school, so I don't want to miss too much of school. And I am also I also have work, and missing work would mean, less money because I don't get paid if I don't go to work. So that would make it more difficult to pay for the tickets and all that, and that's a very long way for me to travel by myself since, I'm 17, so still under my parents' rule, so I can't really do much about that. But yeah, I want to know if any of you guys are going. It's definitely something that I would love to do. Like in the future, when I moved out of the house and on my own and whatnot. Um, I just think it would be a really cool thing to go to, meet a whole bunch of people that have like the same interests like Minecraft, and just really do all that fun stuff. I think it would be a really cool experience. Not to mention the fact that I really want to go like somewhere else that's outside the U.S. To like a different country, because I think that would just be the coolest thing ever. I love to do that. Um, but yeah, my aunt actually just went to Paris. She obviously didn't go for Minecon related purposes, but she just went to Paris, and so I was pretty jealous. She went to Paris by herself, um, and it's pretty fun. It's actually funny because the French aren't too fond of us Americans visiting their country. She said that a lot of them were very snobbish, and like if she was like trying to look at something, they would like take things out of her hand, and she said it was pretty crazy. It was very different, being there and them not, welcoming you like most other countries. Because I mean, a lot of other countries they really like us Americans, and they you know think we're pretty cool. So and most of them don't mind, but the French they don't like us. They don't want anything to do with us, which is hilarious because we have saved their butts so many times, in war and whatnot. But again, this isn't a history class. This is my YouTube channel, so I'm not going to go too into detail on rants about the French and how they should be more grateful towards Americans. But I usually don't pay much attention to that stuff. I think the whole politics thing is just really out of control, and people just make too much of a big deal about it. Speaking of which, I am sick and tired of these freaking political ads being all over YouTube. Now you guys over in Europe and other countries, not the US, I'm sure you guys don't really have to deal with this because they do it by region, country, state that you live in and whatnot. So if you're not if you're not you know part of America, you don't really know what I'm talking about. But the presidential election is coming up pretty soon, November. I believe it's November 6th, to be exact. And people are making a huge, huge, huge deal about it because there's always that big debate between Republicans and Democrats and all that, and who's right, who's wrong. People say that George Bush is messing things, or people said that George Bush messed things up, and then people are saying that Obama's not doing anything to fix it, so everyone's kind of screwing up, and all that fun stuff, and a big deal is being made out of it, which I could see why, because it's our country. We're having problems with the economy, and we want things to get better, but it seems that all we like doing is pointing fingers. We are a finger pointing society, and I'm sure that most people will agree with me when I say that, because it's true. We don't like to take the blame, and we like to take others, but that's also kind of human nature. We as humans don't really like to take the blame, I guess. At least not most people. Like, I'm not saying that everyone's the same. Everyone's different. We're all special in our own way. But I'm not like saying that everyone's the same. But oh, what was I saying? But yeah, so we just like to point fingers, and this election is pretty big because the president that's elected pretty much um hold on. I spelled that with two O's. I'm talking to someone on Skype. But the the person who becomes president pretty much has all of our crap to deal with. They have the economy going to crap, and they have all that fun stuff. And hold on one second. All right, so back to what I was saying. There we go. Um, yeah, so this president that gets elected pretty much is responsible for fixing everything that everyone has screwed up in the past, which is a very big responsibility, and to be honest, isn't really something that's going to be fixed within probably even a year. It probably won't even be fixed in a year, to be honest. Um, I couldn't have done that any more wrong. There we go. Derp. Um, but yeah. But again, I don't. This isn't a political channel, and I don't like to start conversations about politics, because a lot of people can get really heated about it. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. You have your beliefs, I have my beliefs. Let's go our separate ways, and not try and think that just one of us are right. But I mean, the reason is, to be honest, not one person is right. In my opinion, of course, now I'm bringing the thing back up with I'm bringing up the conversation like I just said that I don't like to do. But everyone has some good points. Everyone has some bad points. Everyone's wrong about something. Everyone's right about at least one thing. Not one political party is right about everything. And people like to make it look like they're right about everything, which is why we have a lot of the problems. But yeah, so basically, I'm tired of YouTube putting political ads on every video that I watch because it's getting really obnoxious. Another thing that is being brought up a lot is the casino that they want to build in Maryland. They want to build yet another casino. I think they already built one, and now they want to build another one. And they say that it's going to, it's going to bring in all these jobs. It's going to be awesome. It's going to fix our economy. It's going to solve world hunger and all that, and stuff like that. They're making a big deal about it, and they're saying like, if anyone says that it's a bad thing, they don't have Maryland's best interest at heart, and all that silly stuff. And I'm just like, oh, I came here to watch Minecraft videos. I don't want to see your political ads. But as my AP Psych teacher says, I digress. Where's that supposed to go? All right, I guess that works. Almost done. There we go. We're cool. Bam. Awesome, so we got this staircase finished. It's looking awesome. Let's get a far away look. Once we get that last one in there, it'll really look cool because, it'll be complete. Not bad. It looks, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty badass with those spirals. It's like, reminds me of a DNA strand. It would be more like one of those if I had the opposite spiral that I had, but that obviously won't work with the those things. I guess maybe what I could do, I'm not going to do this, but like an idea is that I could have it going out on the outside of this ring that I have. Alright, so I'd have, these ones on the inside, and then on the outside I'd have them going the other way, but that would just be too much work. I don't really feel like doing that. Maybe once I get to the bottom it would be a lot easier, because building a staircase that goes up is fairly easy, but trying to make one, going down, as I just did here, you saw how difficult it was. I had to do a lot of scaffolding and a lot of work like that stuff, so I definitely wouldn't want to do it now because I'm going to dig this thing much, much further down. How far down? I don't really know. It depends. I may end up hitting bedrock. It all depends. This is probably going to be an ongoing project until like Minecraft 1.6 comes out, I'm sure. So, I don't know. I may not even finish it by the time we have to get a new world because they changed something in Minecraft. Who knows? But anyways, I don't really know how long we spent on that, but I'm going to spend the rest of the time doing a time lapse. So sit back, enjoy the music. I'm going to use another one of my heavy metal songs, which you guys all truly dearly love, close to your heart. They're your favorite music, I know. But yeah. If you don't like it, you know what? Mute the song, mute my video, add your own soundtrack. That's what you have to do in life. You have to add your own soundtrack. So if you're not pleased with my music, add your own soundtrack. But anyways, sit back, relax, and enjoy me digging. Enjoy watching me dig. I guess I should say.